Jeff Bezos, the billionaire founder of Amazon, bought the Washington Post in 2013. Many saw it as a move to protect his own interests. Fast forward to 2024, and things have gotten even more complicated. The Washington Post chose not to endorse Kamala Harris for president. This wouldn't normally be a huge deal. Newspapers make choices. But it happened on the same day that top Post executives had a private dinner with Donald Trump. Coincidence? Maybe. Suspicious? Definitely. This sparked immediate accusations of a quid pro quo. Did Bezos, worried about Amazon's future under a Harris administration, influence the Post's decision? He claims no involvement in the editorial process, but many remain unconvinced. This wasn't just about one endorsement. It brought to light a much bigger issue: Bezos's influence on the Post. Since 2023, the paper has faced financial struggles and low morale. Bezos, in an attempt to turn things around, became more involved. This raised eyebrows, with some worried about the paper's journalistic integrity. The backlash to the non-endorsement was swift and fierce. Prominent figures like Stephen King and Liz Cheney publicly canceled their Washington Post subscriptions in protest. They weren't alone. Former Post journalists added their voices to the chorus of criticism, expressing concern over Bezos's influence. Inside the Post, things weren't any calmer. The newsroom was in turmoil. Columnist Robert Kagan resigned in protest, a very public display of discontent. 18 opinion writers signed a dissenting column, further highlighting the internal divisions. This wasn't just about politics. This was about journalistic ethics. The perception, fair or not, was that Bezos used his wealth and influence to sway the Post's coverage. This struck at the heart of journalistic independence, a cornerstone of a free press. The Washington Post situation wasn't an isolated incident. The Los Angeles Times, owned by billionaire Patrick Soon-Shiong, also declined to endorse a presidential candidate. This raised a troubling question: are billionaire owners influencing media coverage to protect their own interests? When billionaires buy media outlets, it raises concerns about potential conflicts of interest. They have the power to influence coverage in ways that benefit their businesses or political leanings. This undermines public trust in media and can have a chilling effect on free speech. Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, now X, is another prime example. Musk's erratic behavior and policy changes have made many wary of his influence on the platform. These cases highlight the potential dangers of concentrated media ownership in the hands of a few powerful individuals. While the Washington Post debacle brought Bezos's influence to the forefront, Amazon itself has been plagued by controversies for years. Labor practices, antitrust issues, and tax avoidance are just the tip of the iceberg. Amazon's treatment of its warehouse workers has been under scrutiny for years. Reports of grueling conditions, inadequate breaks, and high injury rates have sparked outrage and calls for reform. Critics argue that Amazon prioritizes profits over the well-being of its employees. Then there's the issue of antitrust. Amazon's dominance in e-commerce has led to accusations of monopolistic practices. Critics argue that the company uses its size and power to stifle competition and harm consumers. Amazon's tax avoidance strategies have also drawn criticism, with many believing the company doesn't pay its fair share. These controversies, combined with the Washington Post situation, paint a complex picture of Jeff Bezos. Is he a visionary entrepreneur or a ruthless businessman? The debate rages on, fueled by his immense wealth and the sprawling influence of his companies.